We
I'm
are
tired at this
live.
point, Valentine.
What do you
You
get
have
at this
taken us
point?
from Twitter, you took us to Facebook, and now apparently on YouTube. And on Twitter, we were
Back to
talking about
back.
what ZBC,
ZBC.
streaming, Diod. And then on Facebook, we're now talking about scams, EcoCash. Now, what are we supposed to talk about with YouTube, now, Valentine?
Your favorite topic, cryptocurrency.
As as you call it, the asterisk to correct Bitcoin is my favorite topic.
Akawanda. That's Bitcoin jet.
I feel like this is such a William thing to say, Bitcoin. But yeah, so we're going to be talking about Bitcoin. Well, we were already talking about Bitcoin, and apparently Valentine was like, guys, we should have then gone to YouTube and started recording this and invited people to join the conversation, since we're already talking
All
about
up in it.
So here we are. So if you happen to hear us talking, please do join in the conversation. We're talking about cryptocurrencies. You can leave a comment, a question. I don't know. You can even. I wish we had a wallet, hey, as Texan. We could have even gotten people to send us crypto.
Fun of
JJ,
it.
Yeah,
For
yeah,
the
that
just
fun
sounds.
of it.
kidding. I still want my job. We have not approved donations yet.
I feel you. Oh man, but like,
But
dude, like, do you know what's a Wi-Fi? Like, I'm gonna Google this one because it's at
so I
48K, bro.
I don't know. So, for context, so this is on the blockchain wallet. So if you can buy cryptocurrencies from blockchain.com, and you can also see the value of other cryptocurrencies that they put up. So there's this one called Wi-Fi, like it just mentioned, and it popped up recently. It wasn't there. Let's just say last month. It was not there, I think. Or let's just say February. Let's say last year. December going back. It was definitely not there. But then it popped up recently. And the peculiar thing is that, as Ed said, it's at 48,000. And for comparison, Bitcoin is at 61,000. Nothing else has been close to Bitcoin. Like Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, XRP, the other cryptos you'd think could get closer to Bitcoin, they haven't reached the heights of Bitcoin. Ethereum, for example, is at 2.4 thousand. Bitcoin Cash, 927 dollars. And then there's this one, this Wi-Fi thing. Have you Googled it yet? Because we now need an answer. What is it?
I don't know yet. I don't know yet. YFI. Oh no, that's not it. Ha, looks like a lot
Valentine,
of people are searching for it.
would you
So they're saying
would you happen to know?
No, I don't know what Wi-Fi is. I know what Bitcoin is.
so they're saying it is the native cryptocurrency for Yearn, which is a finance protocol. What? It is a governance token that allows users to vote on which direction they want the protocol to head. Since its launch in July, that's July last year? Interesting.
I don't know.
Wi-Fi Wi-Fi has become the largest Ethereum-based token due to the protocol's focus on automated yield farming strategies. Okay, so first it was talking about finance protocols. Now it's talking about farming strategies. Yeah, I'm gonna need a full day understanding what this is. But basically, it's another crypto based on Ethereum.
And this is where you clearly see that Ed and I are merely enthusiasts in cryptocurrencies. We're not experts at all. So, yeah,
True that.
it would have been good to have a crypto finance expert here to be like, okay, let me break it down to you. This is what this means.
So you guys clearly didn't listen to my podcast with William last week, right? This is clearly what it means. It's like I
Like,
do
is
all
this
this work.
up?
I have a very
Wow,
good
wow.
excuse for that.
Oh, don't even say I was traveling. That traveling
Uh,
excuse is nonsense.
I
Nonsense.
was not there last week. I
Yeah,
didn't
you were there.
know.
You were here in spirit. We knew you were here, and you guys just skated over it.
Oh,
And as we need a cryptocurrency specialist, Rufaro, my heart is broken. completely broken.
Flip, dude. I'm sorry. Like, I've been on my Spotify lately listening to podcasts. I don't know how this one
It's like
did
Unoshanda
not.
would text him. Unoshanda would text him, but you don't even listen to
Yeah.
text him podcast. It's like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, and it's
Oh my
there.
heart, bro.
Sure. Okay, I'm downloading it. It's downloading so that I listen to it.
Why now? And Shadi, re-upload it, send it back.
It's done downloading. Okay, I'll listen to it. I'll listen to it definitely.
No, it's all right. I know you guys get busy. So, like, when I spoke to William last week, he was basically like, guys, Bitcoin, all this other stuff, just, you can do it if you want, but yeah, Bitcoin. And I must, like, he said it himself explicitly, Kuti, this is what he does. So it's not what everybody should do. Neither is it a recommendation. But on his observations alone, he just said Bitcoin. So not Dogecoin and Ethereum. I mean,
Dogecoin is where it's at, man. It's gonna hit
It's got all
$1,
this.
and when it hits $1, we're all gonna be millionaires.
wait, did you
I
buy
don't
some?
own. No, I don't. I was about to put that disclaimer that one, I don't own Dogecoin. Two, this is not financial advice. Okay. This is just guys speaking about cryptocurrencies. So please don't come and then say, Takanskwa Patixum was saying Dogecoin is gonna get you to be a millionaire, so buy it. No, we're not saying that. So I only have Bitcoin in terms of cryptocurrencies, and I bought it long, long back, 2017, I think, was it
17,
8, 2017, somewhere there.
17.
Ever
Yes,
since
seventeen.
haven't bought anything, which I'm s- I wouldn't say regret, but then I look back at it and I'm like, oh, probably should have bought some. Literally in November, it was like at 22,000. Literally, if I had bought in November, it would have been 3 times its value today. Like between it's been less than what, 6 months.
Mm.
So that's always the question now. To be right now, it's at 61,000. Do you buy now? Like what William was saying, hey, buy Bitcoin, which is not financial advice, by the way. If you buy Bitcoin at 61,000, is it going to go higher than that, or it will then suddenly plummet right after you've bought it 61,000? You've put your 50 US or whatever amount you could put up, and the next thing it just goes flat to 1,000, and you're like, I just lost, it's gone.
Mm.
But
So
that
yeah,
is the
like
first rule of Crypto Club. Don't put cooking oil money in cryptos. You will not have tasty food.
exactly.
Yeah, cooking oil, man.
So yeah,
Uh,
like that is the disclaimer. Like don't put, because all this is experimental. You never know what's gonna happen. Like me just looking at the graph, like the all-time graph for Bitcoin, like yeah, there are several points within that graph where several people were very disappointed. But all the same, like it's interesting when you look long term, because I think it's tricky for someone who come through saying, "Hey, I'm gonna put in $1 today, and next week it should be 10." Yeah, that's. I feel personally that that's the wrong way of looking at it because of the volatility of cryptos in general. Like within a space of a couple of hours, the value can just dive, can be all over the place to a point where you actually can get scared out of your mind. But I think a cool way of looking at it would be just, um, yeah, just that extra change that you have nothing to do with, you just throw it there. Like you just like, I'm gonna just put like $5 there. I'm gonna put $10 there, and I'm just gonna forget about it. Not your pin
Yeah,
to your crypto wallet, because that can be a problem. But you're just gonna forget about it.
yeah. So it's even similar with like stock exchange investing. So if you're like investing on the ZSE, you'd probably want to go like with the same like line of thought to be like, hey, instead of buying what you call it, Pogo's Pizza, I am going to buy, I don't know, this company's shares on the Zimbabwe Stock Exchange because I'm believing that in the future this company is going to do well, stock price is going to go up, and maybe they'll offer some dividends and all of that, and I'll get to make some money. But that's a very hard trade-off. It's like giving away Pogo's pizza for Bitcoin or stocks on the Zimbabwean Stock Exchange. That is a very hard trade for me. I think I'll probably go with if I buy Pogo's pizza, I'm also gonna have to buy Bitcoin or some shares. That way I get to have my cake and
Ah,
eat it too. I'm like,
I,
that's your
I like
rule,
your
fam. You
approach.
want pizza? Buy shares as well.
But I like that, like giving yourself an incentive of, you know what, I like this, so I'll just make sure that I bundle it with this. I mean, who knows?
Because it's now not a
Probably,
punishment.
yeah. It's not just yeah, I'm just doing this. It's an extra. It's an added feature.
Okay, so I'm gonna admit something to you guys. I knew friends who bought Bitcoin back in 2017, 2016, even before that. Guys who got like moderately wealthy. By moderately wealthy, I mean enough money to go out for a night's drinking. But I was never really interested. So the only time I ever got interested was when I was talking to William last week, and I was like, yeah, it seems like because I'm an old school type investor. I want a brick. If I'm investing something, I want it to be tangible and to hold its value. So I never took a shine to cryptos, but I was always curious. So now I'm trying to open my what's it called blockchain wallet because I feel like it's time. I think it's time to to
Mm.
to embark on this
So,
journey.
so, so speaking about that, when do you think it will be time to embark on the Zimbabwean Stock Exchange? I'm sorry, I've brought up the ZSE like twice now. Uh, that's because it's something that I've started to look into and I'm getting into. So it's actually quite something I'm interested in. So I'm just curious to hear your thoughts on that. Or is it going to take you as long as it took you to finally decide to experiment with crypto? You'll be like, investing in companies in Zimbabwe. Nah.
Ish, I don't know. Like ZSC and stock trades and stuff like that is stuff that's always irked me because I again old school. I like the exchange of bulk amounts of money. If I'm buying something, I'm getting something in return that I can sell at a value. I don't like. I never liked speculative stuff, like stuff that goes up and down in value. Some stuff that holds their value is probably best for me. That's just how I operate, but again, shouldn't be the case for everybody else. But now I actually want to experiment, so I will go on ZSC. I'll get ZSC direct, and then actually try it out and see what it's like in Zim. Because friends of mine abroad are like, yeah, dude, you should invest in these stocks and that stuff. So I'm like, hey guys, I like my money where I can see it in a thing I can
Mm.
see. Not to normal ones. Oh, by the way, Bitcoin is now worth $1. But you spend like 80 grand.
Yeah, so I think for me it was easier to reason with the ZSE because it's not like a physical thing, but it's a company. It's a company I can measure how it's performing. I can see, whether the business is going in a direction that is going to say, okay, they're going to be profitable or not. Assuming I get to understand about how this business actually works. So, for example, Econet, right? I have an Econet line. If I decide to buy Econet shares, if I see Econet service going down, right, like as an end user, I can then probably speculate, I feel like Econet is probably going to run out of business. Therefore, let me sell my shares or let me not invest in Econet. With Bitcoin, on the other hand, I feel like it's up to the whims of the people in the world. Like tomorrow, if the majority just wakes up and they're like, you know what, Bitcoin should be $2, it could literally just go down to $2. Like, I don't know if you get where I'm coming from.
No, but then again, it's different now because like what has given me a little bit more confidence when it comes to Bitcoin is now the institutionalization of it now, where these big companies like Ana Visa, Mastercard, PayPal are like, yeah, no, you can trade on our platforms with it. That I think has put it's has given it the right assurances. I think for people who are more like versed in traditional like stuff like me who like buying a brick and letting it hold its value. Again, a brick is just an example. It's not a brick of anything. I can see some people starting to make lines. No, I'm not that kind of person. So like it's it's like when the institutions get behind it and Wall Street and all those guys buying so much of it, it then makes it can't. I won't say it won't, but in the short term, I don't think it can fail. And this is from someone with zero market understanding. But when you see players like that stepping in, its footing is a lot more solid. So we saw it hit 60K. So it's not out of the realm of possibility that before year's end it could be at 100K. I'm just saying.
Well, and I guess it's
Yep.
the like a supporting argument could just be like, hey, what gives the US dollar its value? It's purely just it's not backed by anything tangible as Valentine would want. It's just faith in the system to be like, oh yeah, we trust these guys, so we'll put value at this much. But it's just a piece of paper at the end of the day. And I guess it's also like not accurate to compare stocks of a company with a currency like a digital currency like Bitcoin or an actual fiat currency. But yeah, I get where you're coming from.
Yeah, so I think it will be fine. I think we could see it hit 100K this year. Like I think it's possible from what we've been seeing. Because 60K is a lot. 50K was something else. 30 was crazy. So it 100K by years and kind of seems like it's possible, and makes me hate the fact that I did not do this earlier when people were telling me in like 2016 buy Bitcoin, and here I am saying no, I want to invest in land. I want to invest in land. Nonsense.
Yeah, but you never know the future, and yeah, yeah. Ed and I have spoken a lot about Bitcoin over the years, but yeah, I for one have not put an extra dollar since 2017. So it's like, yeah.
So wait. So I'm going through this whole opening the thing process. So can you actually
Oh,
trade?
you're actually doing it now?
Yeah, I'm doing it now. Blockchain.com.
Uh,
So Andy, most people say it's peer to
what's the
peer,
question?
whatnot. Well, I was talking to William. It's like you can't buy with USD prepaid cards because most exchanges won't allow you to trade. Is that been your experience or?
So yeah, like I mentioned, I'm not actually bought, so I don't actually know the mechanics of ending up buying. I do know that I can send. I've sent from blockchain, yes. I've received on blockchain from another wallet that I had. But yeah, that's as far as it goes for me.
Okay, Ed, your pearls of wisdom, I need it. But I'm sure if William said like it's not doable, he's been in the space for like years now, so I'm pretty sure it is the way it is. So I'm guessing it's peer to peer now, like what he was saying in the podcast. I probably will have to link this in the description so you can go check it out, or go to Texas and just look up Bitcoin trading in Zimbabwe and how to spot scams. So I'm guessing if he's saying that, yeah, definitely it's and if William's listening, yeah, up until we find another authority, you're an authority on the matter.
We'll come with our pitchforks to your house if things don't turn out to be as you said.
I
Like,
think I
William,
think all
you lied to us. You told us this.
I think
But
all
I
the
wonder, like,
Bitcoin.
what the first experience of crypto was.
Oh, I can give you an
Like,
example of what it might have been like.
mm,
Remember that guy? Was it in February this year who forgot his code
ooh,
to a wallet that had like hundreds of millions of dollars? Yeah, that's how it
yep,
feels.
yeah, that's. Or that guy who like bought a lot of Bitcoin when it started and then lost the hard drive. Well, he literally threw the hard drive in the dump.
Wow, wow. Talk about killing
Yeah, it
yourself.
was crazy. That guy was like, man, I'm gonna search this whole dump. But then it's been years since, yeah, I was like, nah, man. Even if you find it, it won't be a hard drive anymore. It'll be something else.
Alright. So so starting out, probably Bitcoin is probably the best thing to start with. Like when if I can acquire it. I don't think I will go for the altcoins because a friend of mine in Germany was like saying he had some Ethereum that he bought a while back, like a bunch of it when it was cheap, and he's expecting it for it to go up. And I was like, So when I spoke to William again, sorry William, you're kind of an authority on this. So it was like he was like, yeah, no, just run with Bitcoin. So I think I'll just do that. Like I'll buy a for the lols a doggy coin and then focus on Bitcoin. Who knows? My one doggy
Dogecoin is
coin.
not on blockchain.
It's
Or at
not.
least I've never seen it on blockchain.
Yeah, it's not.
Sure, my one. Okay,
You'll see
log
it
in. I want
somewhere
to,
else, but not on blockchain.
it's not allowing me to log in. Like I've signed up and everything. Welcome back. Make sure this ID is not you.
What
What's
did
my
you
wallet
do?
ID? I don't even know, man. I don't remember what wallet ID I got. Gosh.
Oh, you're
Signing up for things is
accessing
just
it through the
difficult.
web.
Yeah. Is it better on mobile?
That's the thing. I think you sign up on web, and then you
Mm.
use web to access the mobile one. So
Oh, okay, cool.
yeah,
Where's my phone? Where's my phone? Where's my phone?
you can try
Let me
that.
see.
This man's doing stuff on the fly.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna finish off this later, but yeah. We'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see.
But unlike some of y'all's,
Mm.
I do have altcoins. So it's a weird one that I just saw in blockchain. It was a notification when I opened it, and it was like, "Hey, do you know that you can earn interest on your crypto?" I'm like, "Oh, how much?" And I think it was. Let me check. Let me check where that earn interest. Uh,
When
where
was
where
this it?
it was, I think, end of last year / beginning of this year. I don't know. Like, not very far off. Yes. So,
Mm.
so depending on the altcoin or the coin that you are throwing in for, what do you call that, for interest, it it differs. So, like, I traded some Bitcoin for Bitcoin Cash because I was just curious, and that one's getting 7% interest annually, which is very little considering that I have very little Bitcoin Cash. But yeah, I mean, I love experimenting, so find out what it does.
Interesting. Okay, now I'm downloading the app. Like I couldn't let it go. Like I'm now obsessed. Like I'm just like downloading.
At this point, the whole podcast is just about Valentine signing up on blockchain.
Because
How
you guys are not
Valentine
telling
signed up on blockchain.
you guys are not
Sure,
telling me a noob how to like work around this. But want to say I
we
ain't
signed
try.
up.
Is this I'm
We
supposed to
signed
figure
up
this
a
out?
long time ago, so we don't remember. Okay.
Okay,
You
you should at
know,
least try to remember.
ended up in 2017. And though, like, it was a recommendation from this other Bitcoin seminar I attended in 2017. They're like, just download this app. It's easier to work with. And I'll send you some Bitcoin now. Wow. So that's how I jumped
Apana
into
down
Bitcoin. It was
down to
yeah.
Bitcoin.
I saw this coming. I wanted to offer, but then I was like, Rufaro Chimbonyara, like, you shouldn't be too kind, Rufaro.
Apana down to Bitcoin. 1 Bitcoin.
Hey,
Guys.
who even has
One?
1 Bitcoin?
Imimiga.
One?
That is a lot, my friend.
Hmm.
That is a
Nah, that's
lot.
too much. That is beyond, way beyond what I got. In fact, I don't think I
Alright.
have any Bitcoin. I think I threw all my Bitcoin to Bitcoin Cash. I can send you Bitcoin Cash.
Okay, hold on. Let's see. Now I need to okay, back.
We
It
need your
says
address.
go.
That's the other thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna get that in a
Yep.
minute. Like real time. Blockchain.com. You guys can continue. Like I'm literally just now enamored by this whole experience. Like of like starting my journey into cryptos. Let's go to
Into
blockchain,
cryptos.
login. What does it say? I have to scan a QR code or something.
Yeah, you have to scan a QR code. There's
Settings
also that thing
general.
of, you still remember, Rufaro, that thing of 12 keywords that you'll use to retrieve your account?
Where's my paper with those words? I know I wrote them down somewhere. I just hope I'll remember where it is when I need it.
Yeah. I think, like, before I start putting my spare change into this, I better look for it. Better look for that book. So that I know. Because wow, yeah. It would be fun when I forget my PIN or something happens
Valentine,
with my
is
account.
anyone watching on YouTube actually?
Yeah, there's one person. I don't know who it is, but they seem to be a big fan. The one
Oh,
person. Oh, there are
They're a
three
big
people now.
fan.
So can you guys drop comments? Like, I'm starting my journey into cryptos, and yeah, I don't know if the right decision to make, or if these guys are just leading me down a rabbit hole. So if you could like comment, so we know you're out there.
Bro, and peer pressure. Yeah. Get all the peer pressure.
I can't find the email from blockchain thing. Like, how am I supposed to do it?
it's not in spam.
Oh, good. Ish, Rufaro. This is why I keep you
What
around.
happened? What
It was in
happened?
spam?
I'm checking now. Okay, spam.
Not there.
It's loading. And I'm streaming as well as trying to do all of this stuff. So, and my computer can't take it. Poor thing. Poor
Manzi
Oh, yeah, I can
kukutaura
hear the
mega
fan.
pano natatenda.
So I take it. This is also.
Yeah, shut up, boss.
We're conversing. What are the interesting sites that accept Bitcoin right now? Tesla was the latest one. Tesla got to accept a Bitcoin or any crypto.
Bitcoin. They bought a lot of Bitcoin and then they said they're now accepting Bitcoin. And then Bitcoin shot up in price. Best way to make money.
Yeah.
I tell you. It was a conspiracy.
Oh, it's a conspiracy with that guy. Always. But I saw it coming, John. Like he was tweeting too much about crypto, like towards the end of last year, and even like beginning of this year. So I was like, yeah, he's bringing it.
Oh, Terrence says we are here. I'm guessing with you, it's just you are here because it's just one person from what we can see is watching. But it's good to have you, Terrence.
Do you own any crypto, Terrence and Tatenda? Are you into this whole Bitcoin stuff? Or it's news, and we should peer pressure you into signing up like Valentine.
Let's peer pressure the man. Put a lot of peer pressure on them.
It's funny when this isn't rocket science. You're not yet done?
Oh, I'm just creating another account.
Another?
Yeah.
Did you mistype your email?
I probably.
Yeah. The blockchain people are gonna be like suspicious activity from this IP address.
Put in a VPN. But what about trades? So you guys were talking about trading cryptocurrencies, buying and selling. So like in blockchain, okay, let me go to buy and sell before I start saying what buy with cash or card. So if I do that, are SIM cards supported by this thing?
We can find
so
out.
I think that's where Valentine was saying, William was saying that it doesn't work with prepaid cards.
It
doesn't work with prepaid cards.
Okay, so I'm in almost. It's creating a pin. So I'm excited that I'm actually. Oh crap! Pin creation failed. What the hell, man?
Dude, this is not happening for you. Clearly, it's
Clearly.
not meant to be.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
No.
Yeah, it's fine. So we're coming to the half-hour. We're coming to the half-hour market. I think Rufaro at this point hates me for dragging him to YouTube after Facebook and whatnot. So yeah, if you're interested in what we were talking about earlier, just go check out the live streams on Twitter and Facebook. Yeah, ZBC and EcoCash's $100 million US scam apparently.
Yeah, that's. I still want to see the investigations there.
Yeah, me too. All right, ladies and germs, all the two people, Tatenda and Terrence, who are here. Thanks for joining us. We'll check you out. I don't know when. Bye.
I can finally go cook and eat.
Au revoir.